Good afternoon. This is Midday News on Glow 99.1 FM Ijapwa State. My name is Mike Alim Obafemi. The highlights. Ondo Elf attack student protest against bad governance. ABC rejects automatic ticket for defecting governors. Danish PM reacts to Trump's threat over Denmark. Details in a moment.
This is Glow FM News. Accurate, balanced, and fresh.
Students of the Ondo State College of Health Technology have staged a protest over alleged extortion and poor state of infrastructure in the institution. The students converged on the school's main gate, barricaded the entrance, and set tires ablaze while chanting solidarity songs, effectively grounding academic activities. They vowed that no lecture or examination will take place until the management of the institution addressed what they described as years of neglect and exploitation. Many of them displayed placards with inscriptions such as "We are tired of this wickedness," "F-Tech with poor environment," "Stop extortion now," and "No solution, no examination," while some of the protesters alleged that several appeals to the management had been ignored. Top leaders of the All Progressive Congress APC have ruled out the granting of automatic tickets to governors, including Akwa Ibom State Governor Umo Eno, Taraba State Governor Agbu Kefas, and Rivers State Governor Siminalaye Fubara, who joined the ruling party recently, as well as Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf, who is expected to join soon. A member of the APC National Working Committee (NWC), who spoke under the condition of anonymity because he was not authorized to comment on the issue, explained that defection from another party to the APC does not guarantee an automatic ticket. However, supporting this position, the APC Director of Publicity Bala Ibrahim, in an exclusive interview with Newsman, described the ruling party APC as democratic and progressive, stressing that all members will be allowed to fully enjoy and exercise their right. Reacting, the National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Ineme Emebong, and the New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP), Oladipo Johnson, said the development was expected, adding that the governors involved had made the wrong decisions. Federal Capital Territory Administration (FCTA) and the Federal Capital Development Authority (FCDA) workers began strike and have shut down offices following an earlier announcement by workers on Friday, in which they declared plans to shut down government offices across the FCT and its area councils, while citing authorities' failure to address long-standing labor and welfare demands. It was gathered that the decision followed the expiration of the 7-day ultimatum issued to the FCTA management, which the unions said was met with silence despite series of meetings held during the period. Recall that the ultimatum, which took effect from January 7, 2026, was contained in a statement dated January 8, 2026, and signed by the JUAC President, Comrade Rifkatu Oyster, and the Secretary, Comrade Abdullahi Saleh, and forwarded to the Minister of State for the FCT, the Chief of Staff and the Head of Service, and the Director of Security Services. Former Southeast spokesperson to President Bola Tinubu, Denge Ono, has asked the All Progressive Congress (APC) to immediately suspend all its lawmakers in Rivers State House of Assembly allegedly involved in moves to impeach Governor Siminalaye Fubara and his deputy, Professor Ngozi Odu. Chairman of the Forum of former members of the Enugu State House of Assembly described the renewed impeachment attempt by the Rivers State House of Assembly, led by Speaker Martin Zamaule, as legislative rascality and calculated self-serving coup against constitutional order and democratic governance. A constitutional lawyer and human rights advocate, Festus Ugochi, spoke on the network regarding the Rivers State High Court's interim injunction restraining the impeachment of Governor Siminalayi Fubara.
Provision that arms the jurisdiction of courts to entertain matters of this nature. Even the Court of Appeal had said in apparently against the Abia State House of Assembly that no court has the jurisdiction to entertain a matter of this nature. And in that matter, let me say what happened. In Abaribe quickly rushed to court when they saw the notice of impeachment, and the court said we don't have jurisdiction at this point. He went to the Court of Appeal. Court of Appeal affirmed it. The truth is, if we choose to operate by the provisions of our constitution, what that order has done is that the court order is a clear, flagrant disobedience of the provisions of the law.
Meanwhile, Ono added that the impeachment move were reportedly based on allegations of gross misconduct, including the non-presentation of the 2026 appropriation bill, failed to acknowledge the existence of a nationally approved budget running until August 2026 under earlier emergency provisions. You are listening to the Midday News on Glow 99.1 FM Ijapwa State. Akure. Still to come on the other side of the bulletin. Danish PM reacts to Trump's threat over Denmark. Please stay with us.
This is Glow FM News. Accurate, balanced, and fresh.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Midday News on Glow 99.1 FM Ijapwa State. Akure. You can connect with us via our website on www.glow991fm.com, our ex-handle at Glow991FM, Facebook Glow 99.1 FM Akure, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Glow991FM. Glow FM application is also available on Google Play Store. You can also listen to us live on Radio Garden. Now to the rest of the bulletin. Denmark's Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen says Europe won't be blackmailed by Donald Trump's tariff threat over Greenland. The US president has said he will impose a new 10% levy on goods from 8 allied nations if they impose his proposed takeover of the autonomous Danish territory. Frederiksen and other European leaders have issued a joint statement saying the tariffs risk undermining transatlantic relations and risk a dangerous downward spiral. Spain's civil guard says at least 39 people have reportedly died in a train collision in southern Spain, and dozens more have been injured in the country's worst rail clash in more than a decade. Reports reveal that carriages on a Madrid-bound train derailed and crossed over to the opposite tracks, colliding with an incoming train in Adamuz. 400 passengers and staff were aboard both trains. Emergency services treated 122 people, with 48, including 5 children, still in the hospital, and of those 11 adults and 1 child are in intensive care. Meanwhile, Spanish Transportation Minister Oscar Puente said the death toll is not yet final as officials launch an investigation. Now to sport. Nigeria Super Eagles will receive $15,000 for finishing third at the 2025 African Cup of Nations AFCON. The bonus was initially meant for the semi-final, where they lost 4-2 on penalties to host nation Atlas Lion of Morocco. But the players have received all their win bonus except for the third place match, while the businessman Abdul Samad Rabiu has also redeemed his pledge of $500,000 to the team just as they failed to attend the medal presentation ceremony yesterday. To end the midday news on Glow 99.1 FM Ijapwa State, correct, here's a recap of our top stories. Students of the Ondo State College of Health Technology Accra have staged a protest over alleged extortion and the poor state of infrastructure in the institution. Top leaders of the All Progressive Congress APC have ruled out granting automatic ticket to governors including Akwa Ibom State Governor, Taraba State Governor, and Rivers State Governor who joined the party recently, as well as Kano State Governor who is expected to join soon. Denmark's Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen says Europe won't be blackmailed by Donald Trump's tariff threat over Greenland. That was the midday news on Glow 99.1 FM, winner of Best Radio Station in Ondo State Award, broadcasting from Ijapwa State, Accra, as edited by Comfort Omolafe. My name is Mike Alim Obafemi. Many thanks for listening. We wish you a prosperous week ahead.
Broadcasting every day from the